This is Just the Job. Kia ora and welcome to Just the Job. It's great to be here again this week because we have 3 more exciting careers to bring you. And you never know, one of them just might be what you're looking for. Plus, we'll have our usual tips and advice to help make that all-important career choice a whole lot easier for you as well. In today's show, 16-year-old Brittany wants to find out how freight gets from its overseas destination to our shores, so we throw her in the deep end at a freight forwarding company. Toby has grown up on the farm, so he's a practical type, but is large-scale commercial flooring going to be a walk in the park for him? And Rhiannon heads out to Auckland Airport and finds out firsthand what it takes to keep Air New Zealand's planes flying safely. But first up, let's see how Brittany gets on when she gets a taste of the international world of freight forwarding.
My name's Brittany Thackham, I'm 16 years old. I'd like to learn about how everything works in the freight forwarding industry.
When you live on a group of islands as we do, everything that isn't made here has to come by either ship or plane, and managing that process is the job of the freight forwarder. UTI is ranked in the top 10 of international freight forwarding companies. Lisa Jensen joined UTI 3 years ago as an absolute beginner in freight forwarding, and now she's a supervisor.
Hi Brittany, I'm Lisa.
Hi.
Welcome to UTI. Come with me and I'll show you around. Right, so this is our import air freight department. They basically process documentation for any air freight shipments that are coming into the company.
Yeah.
Yep. Now this department is our customer services department.
Yeah.
They basically set up the order for shipments that are coming in.
Yeah.
And then down the far end there is our import ocean department. So they do the same thing as air, but with ocean. Basically, we process documentation for any imports coming into the country. Once we've processed that documentation, we pass the documents on to our customs department, who then get the shipment cleared through customs in order for the container to be picked up once it arrives here in New Zealand. Okay, Brittany, you have a seat.
Yep.
We're going to throw you into the deep end a little bit.
Yep.
And we're going to get you to take some calls from some customers.
Yep. And how do I answer the phone?
If you just say, welcome to UTI, Brittany speaking. Okay, so some key points that you'll want to ask the customer when they ring up will be whether they want the shipment air freighted or sea freighted, what type of cargo they want to bring in, whether it be DG, which is dangerous goods. We want to know whereabouts the cargo is coming from and what the required on-site date is, so when they need the cargo to be here by.
Anything else?
No, that should cover it for now.
All right then, thank you.
Cool, I'll come back shortly and check out how you're getting on.
Welcome to UTI, Brittany speaking.
Hi, my name's John. I'm looking to import some goods.
Oh, yep. Would you like that air freighted or sea freighted?
Air freighted, please.
Air freight, yep. And what were you going to get imported?
It's radioactive medical supplies.
So that's dangerous goods. A 20-foot container.
Yep, full of brand new scooters.
Brand new scooters. I'll get onto that and I'll let you know when I've sorted it all out. Okay then, thank you very much, bye. Cheers.
The next step of the process is an email alert to the UTI offices at the ports from where the freight will depart. Next, the details are entered into the computer system so it can be tracked throughout its journey. Confirmation is soon received from the port of origin and the goods are loaded and on their way.
Basically, I left school, came from Little Old Live-In, and I came up here looking for a job. I wasn't sure if I wanted to study or get straight into work, so I decided to get a job first, get some income coming in, and then decide from there where I wanted to go, as opposed to, getting a student loan, going to university, studying something that wasn't actually going to help me in the career that I chose. I love dealing with all the different cultures. You learn so much about different countries. On a day-to-day basis, you can speak to people from China to America to anywhere in the world. So that's really interesting.
It's now afternoon and the rush shipment of urgent medicine has arrived in the country. Lisa introduces Brittany to Suzanne.
Brittany, this is Suzanne. Hi. Suzanne's a customs broker here at UTI. So basically from the documents that we've registered for her, she's going to get cleared through customs and MAF so that we can pick up the cargo once it's arrived.
Because the shipment of radioactive medicine is time sensitive, it must be micromanaged all the way to ensure no delays. So they're off to get a rush clearance. Once the medicine is cleared, it's delivered to the UTI warehouse. Lisa and Brittany are on hand to get it dispatched as soon as possible.
Okay Brittany, as you can see here, our radioactive medical supplies has arrived. We want to make sure the courier's booked so that it's going to come in and
pick it up and get it delivered out as soon as possible.
There's always opportunities available and positions available for young people coming into the industry. There's a lot of recruitment agencies that specialise in this industry and getting young people into the industry.
The urgent medicine will make the deadline, but the container load of scooters that Brittany arranged to be shipped from Italy is still 4 weeks away according to its tracking status. But so that Brittany can experience what it's like to see a trans-global email turn into a real shipment of real freight, here's one Lisa prepared earlier.
So the next part will be to get the container unpacked,
Yeah.
so that we can get those scooters out for our clients onto the New Zealand market.
Yeah, Brittany had great ability while she was on the job. We threw her into the deep end a couple of times and she handled it really, really well. She had great customer services skills when she was on the phone to our clients, and she really came through and showed some excellent skills. So Brittany's definitely someone that we'd love to employ.
Yep, I think it'll be a real cool job to do, and because it'll be a lot of fun. There's travelling involved, and yeah, I just think it'll be real cool.
There are no specific entry requirements, but it is preferred that you have a clean driver's license and no criminal convictions. Basic computer skills and good communication are required. It's a pleasant work environment and you can join from school and be trained as you learn. There is ongoing training available if you want to advance in the industry, and the skills you learn can take you anywhere in the world. Well, if you've got the skills and enthusiasm, freight forwarding is certainly full of opportunities. After the break, we're going to catch up with Toby and see if he's got the right stuff for a career in commercial flooring. This is Just the Job. Welcome back to Just the Job, where every week we take a look at 3 different careers to give you an insight into just some of the amazing opportunities that are out there for you. Now, are you practical, organised, and you enjoy problem solving? Well, if so, then this next career might be just the job you're looking for. Let's catch up with Toby next as he investigates the world of commercial flooring.
Hi, I'm Toby Parker. I come from King's College. I'm 17 years of age and today I'm learning about commercial flooring.
Toby comes from the country, but today he's heading to town to learn about commercial flooring. He's come to Crown Flooring, which began as a father and son operation back in the 1970s and kept on growing. The son back then was Adrian de Rood.
And it started with my father, who was the salesperson, and I was the layer, and I had 2 other layers working with me, one vinyl layer, one carpet layer. And we've got probably a team of about 42 at the moment.
One of the team is Ron Bonfra, and Ron's going to show Toby the skill involved in laying commercial vinyl floor coverings.
This is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be working at Mission Heights School.
Yep.
All right,
Cool.
So we'll go grab these products.
Yep.
Commercial floor laying deals with large-scale projects where there is heavy foot traffic. Places such as schools, office buildings and factories. They work with a variety of floor covering materials such as carpet, vinyl and rubber products. They also often work under time pressure. Their job must be coordinated to fit in with the multitude of other trades that come into play on a large building site. This is particularly crucial when there is a tight completion deadline on a huge project such as Mission Heights School. Today's task is to prepare the rough concrete surface in a kitchen area prior to laying the floor covering.
Okay, Toby, now we're going to prepare the floor. So first we're going to scrape the floor. We've got bits of plaster on the floor that we just want to clean up. Now we're going to render this window. We're going to ramp it smooth, right? This is a rapid drying product, Ardex 45, and that will dry in roughly half an hour to an hour.
The rendering mixture is a fine mortar that is used to smooth out changes in level. The same rendering mixture is also used to smooth the whole area that's to be covered by the flooring material.
The prerequisites for being a good layer is first, the desire to do the work and enjoy the work. The second is take pride in your work. Very, very important. And you must be good with your hands.
Ron makes it look easy, but let's see how Toby handles the trowel.
Not bad for a first time.
Being in flooring, one of the things that attracted me to it was the travel. So I've worked in America, I've worked in Singapore, I've worked all over the show. We've done ships up in Portugal. We did the Inter-Island ferry there. Yachts, there are super yachts. We've done quite a few super yachts. I had a contract at one stage with the P&O line, and we'd fit their liners out. So we would take 18 guys away and we would spend a month in Singapore and we'd fit a ship out. And it was great. You know, we would work hard and then we would play hard too. Yeah, it's been very good. The travelling has been very, very good.
Toby's next stop is a large site where Ron recently completed the carpet tiling.
All right, Toby. Now this is a job that I was working on last week. This is carpet tiles. Now, it doesn't look like carpet tiles, but that's the whole idea. These just blend in and create this patchy look. So the whole idea of carpet tiles is that you can replace them. So we'll just find a tile. Here it is. So we just pull it up. See how it just comes up nice and easy. And here's the glue. It's another pressure sensitive glue. And if you feel it, that's all tacky, and it'll stay tacky for a whole of its life.
By now the rendering has set, so Ron and Toby return to begin the sanding.
We look after probably about 90% of our work would be commercial, 10% would be domestic.
Oh, how'd you find that?
Yeah, tiring.
Tiring. Yeah, it fights a bit.
Next step is to tidy up the edges, then bring in the rolls of rubber flooring. After that, they'll start making the paper patterns that will be used to cut exactly the right shape of rubber.
When you're in the flooring game, you're at different locations all the time. I once worked in a factory and I sat behind a table making buttons for seats. And I thought, this isn't me. And then when I started working with these carpet layers, we went out and we travelled. And every job was different. Nothing was the same. And that's the beauty of it. It isn't boring because you're going different places, you meet different people. You know, the friends you make out of it, it's great. You know, so that's the side where the flooring is a real bonus for anybody.
Flooring materials are constantly evolving. The trend is towards renewable and eco-friendly materials such as wool, cork and rubber. This particular material is 45% recycled rubber.
Right, well this kitchen's all done. I think we did a great job. All right, we'll leave it to the architect to sign off.
Yeah, cool. Well, I've learned how that laying a carpet isn't just putting down lino or the material. There's a lot of preparation before you have to do it, and there's a lot of other people in the building side, and it's sort of quite dangerous.
So we did really well today. Yeah, he showed all the attributes that we're looking for in a apprentice. You know, he was keen, he was willing to learn, and hard-working. So, yeah, I couldn't fault him at all.
Educational requirements for the job are school certificate or NCEA equivalent. English, maths and workshop technology are useful subjects. The apprenticeship ranges from 2 to 4 years and you'll complete the National Certificate in Flooring. You'll get to work on some of New Zealand's biggest building projects and learn skills you can take anywhere in the world. Well, Toby, I reckon you did a great job and you could definitely make a real go out of a career in commercial flooring. So best of luck. Now, if you want to find out more about a career in commercial flooring or any of the careers that we've featured throughout the series, all you have to do is jump on our website, which I'll have a few more details on a little later on in the program, so don't go away. When we come back, we're going to catch up with Rhiannon as she lends a hand changing a $5 million engine on an Air New Zealand Boeing 747. This is Just the Job. You're watching Just the Job, and if you're thinking about a career or maybe you're wanting a change from the career you're in, then stick around because this show could spark a turning point when it comes to your work life. We're going to catch up with Rhiannon now as she checks out there's nothing to stop girls from reaching great heights in the world of aircraft engineering.
Hi, my name's Rhiannon. I'm 17 years old. I go to Marcelin College and I'm here to find out how to become an aircraft engineer.
Aircraft engineering involves the maintenance and servicing of all parts of an aircraft. Rhiannon is going to be spending a couple of days here at Air New Zealand Engineering Services.
Naturally, you can imagine we can't stop on a cloud, get out and fix something or change something. We don't fly with a toolkit, so it has to be right first time and every time. You must be Rhiannon.
You must be Calvin.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Let's go. Okay, Rhiannon, we need to get some overalls for you today, so head into there, put some overalls on, and we'll see you in a minute.
Alrighty.
The engineering crew is awaiting a 747 that has just touched down. It needs a full service plus the swapping of 2 engines as part of routine servicing. To maintain the flight schedule, it can only spend 34 hours in the hangar, but in that time it will receive 800 work hours of servicing.
My biggest buzz in this industry is actually achieving repairs under time constraints, making sure that aeroplane gets out of the hangar on time so that the flying public can get to their holidays. Also the challenges of doing some of the work. Some of it's quite technical, and you have to really think about what you're doing. You have to understand your product very well, and I find that quite a challenge at times, and I enjoy that challenge. Rhiannon, this is a RB211 G-series engine.
Yeah.
This is the engine that powers our 747 that you see, that you're going to do involved in the engine change today. Basically, you can imagine it like a big vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Sucks in air through the front here.
Yeah.
And about the middle, it gets fuel put into it and combusts, and then it spits all the hot air out the back. Now this is the back end of the engine. This is the hot section, or the hot end, and that's the turbine that you see in there, and that gets extremely hot. All the wavy bits that you see is a mixer, and it mixes the hot air from the engine with cold air from the outside.
And what does that do?
It makes it quiet.
Oh,
so we don't keep people awake at night.
The engine has been unbolted and is ready to be lowered. And Rhiannon's going to lend a hand.
Oh, I felt involved, yeah. No, it felt really good. It was fun.
After a replacement engine has been fitted, the engineers must start it up and run it on the tarmac to ensure all is well. Rhiannon can't do that, but she can do the next best thing in a flight simulator. Our captain will be Bino TC. This is one of 7 simulators at Air New Zealand and is worth $17 million.
We're now going to start the engine, ignition start, then we're going to move the lever into the start position.
What kind of things could go wrong?
Well, we could have an engine fire, so Bino, do you think you could set that up for us?
Here goes fire number 2. And Brianna, if you could cancel the master warning, please.
And then I take this off.
Release the fire push button and fire 1 bottle into it. Yes, number 1. That's fine. Excellent.
Cool.
Another role of the engineers is to test and maintain the onboard safety equipment such as life rafts and emergency evacuation slides.
Yeah.
We encourage trainees to join the airline. We have a training area, a training department, which looks after and coaches people through the industry. Inside our own industry and airline here, you can move from a tradesperson through to a team leader. There's opportunities to do courses. You can take those skills and also export them overseas. There are a number of airlines around the world and maintenance organisations which will rely on qualified staff. So the world could be your oyster.
Oh, hello. Hi, I'm Rhiannon.
I'm Raleen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So what's so enticing about it? You know, what makes you want to do it?
It's different, you know. It's because I wasn't a very mechanically minded person, and I thought, you know, getting up there and working on, you know, engines and all this stuff, you know, probably helped me a bit.
Yeah.
So it's something really new. What girls don't normally do this sort of thing.
Yeah,
so I thought, you know, just go out there and learn something about what boys do out there. So
yeah.
The Air New Zealand Airline Training Centre offers certificates in aeronautical engineering in both Auckland and Christchurch. After completion of this, there is also career opportunities at both the Air New Zealand Auckland and Christchurch engineering bases.
Aircrafts are a whole different, they're a whole different machine. They're different to cars or a motorbike, and it's more important to get it running right and everything like that, because lives are at risk and stuff like that. You know, you're in the air, thousands and thousands of feet in the air, and if something goes wrong, you know, it's back on the engineer.
Well, Rhiannon showed some really good qualities that we would like to see in an aircraft engineer. She's very enthusiastic. She certainly joined the team of guys on the engine change and got involved. She wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty, so they were all good things. And she has a very inquisitive mind. She was always asking questions, which is a fantastic thing to have.
To get into this career, you'll need a good standard of English, maths and science subjects. If you're a backyard tinkerer on engines, that'll help too. After completing the Level 3 certificate pre-employment, you will work towards a national certificate in Aeronautical Engineering Level 4. You have to be very conscientious, practical and methodical, and it's a great job with great pay and can take you anywhere in the world. Well done, Rhiannon. It looks like you've found yourself an awesome career if that is what you end up deciding to do. So thank you so much, Rhiannon, and everyone else who featured in today's program. Now today there are thousands of careers to choose from, but that doesn't make the decision any easier. So we really hope that our programs will help you when it comes to making this all-important career decision. To help you even more though, here's Sarah from Career Services with some great tips on how to be nosy about the career you're interested in so that you can find out as much as possible.
You wouldn't buy a pair of jeans without trying them on, or a car without test driving it first. So why would you make a big decision about study or career directions without checking it out thoroughly? Be nosy. Curiosity's the best thing you've got when it comes to learning about different careers. Most people are happy to tell you about their job or industry, so be brave. Ring up people doing the job you're interested in and ask questions. The more you know, the better your choices. Somewhere out there is a great job for you.
Well, that's us for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll be back again next week with 3 more exciting careers, plus heaps of advice to help you succeed in getting the career you've always wanted. If you'd like more information about the careers featured today, or just more info about how to make that right career choice, just jump on our program website, tvnz.co.nz, and enter the keywords Just the Job. Good luck, and I'll catch you again next week.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.